When we're working on an input question for comparative advantage, we're going to have our same scenario and our same setup. We have everything still the same. 60 and 90, 15 and 30 for avocados and soybeans. So pause it right now if you need to do your setup. And this time, for an input question, we're going to do other goes under. What I mean by an input question would be something like hours per unit. So if it's asking how many hours it takes per unit, for Mexico, it's going to take them 60 and 15. In the US, 90 and 30. So no matter what these numbers are, what it tells you in the heading above, like this one, says output per worker per day. So I know it's an output question. Okay. This is an output question as well because it's not telling you that it's an input question. You'll know it's an input question because it'll say how many hours are needed, how many days are needed, how many pieces of lumber are needed. So anything that tells you what is put in the product is going to be an input question. So now, like we did earlier on the other video, we have the output is other goes over. If we're trying to solve for avocado, we're going to take the soybean, the other product that the country makes, we're going to put that number over and get a fraction and reduce it. That won't always need to be reduced, just depends on the numbers you get. So here we go, an input question, other goes under for comparative advantage, hours per unit. So with avocados, I know that if I want to make one avocado, if I want to make one soy, it's going to equal to what we're doing with the other item. So now, the other goes under. So I'm trying to solve for how many hours it's going to take to make an avocado instead of what we could have been making as a soybean. So I'm going to take the other going under. So 15 is now going to go under. So I know if this one's going under, then that one's going to have to go over. So the other goes under this time. And that's going to reduce down to 4 soy. So when I'm solving for soy, the other is going to go under. So I know that 15 is now going to go on top of 60. And that's going to reduce down to 1/4 of an avocado. Same thing for the United States. Other goes under. So I'm going to take my 90. I know that that's going on top. The other, the 30, is going under. So that's going to equal to 3 soy. Now for soybeans for the United States. I'm going to take, I know that's going over because the other is coming under. So 30 over 90 is also going to reduce down to 1/3 of an avocado. Let me zoom in, give you a chance to pause and look at it. So other goes under. So I can see that the 60 had the 15 go under, and basically we use the reciprocal on each side, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to see who does it take fewer hours per unit to be more efficient and therefore gain comparative advantage. In this scenario, or this PPC, I'm going to see now for the cost of avocado in terms of soybeans with per unit hours, I see that now the United States is more efficient because 3 is lower. So the United States is going to have comparative advantage in the production of in the production of avocado because their opportunity cost is lower. Mexico is actually going to have a better per unit output cost than the United States. So now, as an input question, the tables literally turn upside down. So comparative advantage Mexico is better at producing the soy. If you're asked to explain things, if it says explain, you're going to have to say that 1/4, because 1/4 is less than 1/3. And I know that this 1/4 belongs to Mexico, and this one belongs to the United States. So when you write this out and explain it, which you might have to do if it says, or you will have to do to earn points. So anytime it says explain your answer, so something like this. What is a comparative advantage? Explain. If it does not say, if it says which has comparative advantage, literally just write the answer. If it says explain, you're going to have to say 1/4 is less than 1/3. Therefore, and you can use 3 dots. Therefore, okay, the United States has comparative advantage in avocado production because 3 is less than 4. If you got to explain it, that's how you do it. Other than that, this is the input method for comparative advantage. You're going to use other goes under.